Hello world, hello world. Yes, you have here the Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson feuding with the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Well, believe it or not, it seems like progressive wing candidate who was elected mayor, Brandon Johnson, was on the side initially of the platform of helping the homeless. Well, fast forward to now, he seems like he's on the platform of helping only illegal immigrants. And as you can see, he's upset, that is, Brandon Johnson, that the National Guard's troops were sent from Texas to Chicago and to support United States Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. Well, what Brandon fails to tell the public is that there was actually episodes where people actually rammed the federal employees' vehicles, preventing them from moving in protest to illegal immigration policies. Believe it or not, there's no other country that this would happen where someone actually would be, we'll say, unalived. However, fast forward to now Brandon's testimony in stating that he believes the president is unhinged and is a double individual. And again, it questions Brandon's Johnson's agenda. Where again, he contradicts himself because initially he was for the homeless people in Chicago, and now he appears to be on the side of illegal immigrants. Well,
administration, and it's not just making sure that Chicago's sanctuary city law is defended. He says the city is preparing to take legal action in response to many of the president's executive orders. Mayor Brandon Johnson says the city is preparing for whatever the Trump administration might try to do in Chicago to enforce its immigration agenda, which includes deporting undocumented immigrants charged or accused of crimes. What information does the city have about when these raids might start and how many people in Chicago might be targeted?
Yeah, look, I don't have a clear indication of when and if the Trump administration decides to come into the city of Chicago. The only thing that I can do is to continue to prepare.
The Department of Justice directing U.S. attorneys' offices across the country to prepare legal challenges against sanctuary laws thought to be illegal. How is the city preparing to defend the welcoming city ordinance?
Yeah, so I've directed my corporate counsel to look at all of the executive orders that are coming from the current administration. And we will have a comprehensive response to each of those executive orders.
Today, the city, in conjunction with the CTA, launching a new effort to educate undocumented immigrants, signs that inform riders of train schedules, now also offering a QR code to inform people of their rights. The Trump DOJ seems to know.
what world we would believe that he was actually erring on the side of illegal immigrants. However, update. What Johnson failed to tell the public is that, yes, there was a group of people who ran their cars into immigration enforcement vehicles that caused the escalation of the National Guards to be deployed to Chicago. And again, could you imagine if everybody just went against law enforcement and decides to box them in because we, again, disagree with any policies? Who's to be accountable for their actions? Well, again, this would explain a lot. Take a listen, comment, subscribe, like. Tell me if you, again, agree whether Johnson is going to win the war with Trump.
President Trump this morning called for you, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, to be jailed for, quote, failing to protect ICE officers. What is your response?
Well, first of all, this president is unstable, unhinged, a double-minded individual that, quite frankly, is a threat to our democracy. And it's certainly not the first time that Donald Trump has called for the arresting of a black man unjustly. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay firm as the mayor of this amazing city, which was voted 9 years in a row the best big city in America, and we're going to defend all of Chicago.
Yeah, and to be clear, he's also calling for the governor, J.B. Pritzker, to be jailed as well. What are you hearing when it comes to the Texas National Guard troops, when they'll actually be deployed into the city, what they're actually going to be doing there?
Well, there's been no communications with my administration and the federal government. What we do know is that this president is working outside the bounds of the Constitution, and that there are National Guard from the state of Texas that are being quote unquote trained just outside of the city of Chicago. And keep in mind, these individuals do not have policing powers. They do not have arresting powers. So the judge right now in Illinois is looking at what exactly is the mission of the National Guard from the state of Texas. We know this is illegal, unconstitutional. That's already been proven in the courts in Oregon, and we fully expect the same ruling to take place here in the state of Illinois.
Happening at 39th and Kesey Avenue Saturday morning. According to a criminal complaint, 30-year-old Miramar Martinez and 21-year-old Anthony Ian Santos Rios used their cars to hit a vehicle belonging to a Border Patrol agent. Both are charged with assaulting, impeding, and interfering with the work of a federal law enforcement officer. The court document states that after they struck the agent's car, they boxed him in. The agent was unable to move the car. That's when he got out and fired shots at Martinez. She left the scene, but paramedics ended up finding her in the car at a repair shop a mile away. She was taken to the hospital for her injuries. Ruiz also drove off. He was found at a nearby gas station. WGN talked to Ruiz's mother. She claims her son is a U.S. citizen. He was passing through the area at the time of the shooting and was picked up by ICE.
Wrong time, he called me and said immigration was there and there was a lot of beeping. There was a lot of things going on. I said, move on to the side. Gave me another call and he said, Mom, they hit me. They hit me in the back.
And sources tell WGN Martinez has a concealed carry license. Both are in custody pending first court appearances.
This man right here is out in Chicago. You got his finger on the pulse of what's happening. This man, he got it. Okay, when you go to liberal cities like a Nick Shirley would do, when you go to these cities, you often run into the paid protesters, the agitators, the rabble rousers, or normies who have no idea what's going on, and there's not really a lot of in between. But this man right here, he, from what I was able to see so far, knows what's happening. Let's watch.
Here in the city of Chicago is a one-party city. The black ones are no good. The no good white ones are no good. Democrats, the Hispanics are no good. The Asians are no good. This is a true swamp here.
Last time I saw you, Joe Biden was in office and you were getting flooded with illegals. Now we've got President Trump in office.
Yes.
You've got J.B. Pritzker and Mayor Johnson saying there's no problems here.
Oh, it's plenty problems.
What's your message to them and to America?
Well, my message to the United States of American citizens, that Chicago is a Democratic shithole, and we need Trump to bring in the National Guard to work and to clean up this shithole. And I'm
sorry for the cussing, so you got to cover your ears if you got sensitive ears.
Say this over and over again. The black ones, and the sad thing about it is, Mr. Ben, is when they have that next election, all these damn Democrats gonna get right back in. Right back in! That's the sad thing about it. When you tell Trump to come here and clean up this swamp, but it's so historically ingrained in them, when it get time for election, they're all gonna be re-elected. Now, what can we do? I'm telling you something that you might don't want to hear. This is how ingrained this shithole is. When they get ready for this next election, all these same son of a bitches gonna get right back in. The black ones, the Hispanic ones, the Asian ones, and the white ones. All of them. All of them, Mr. Ben. Trump got a big cash if he thinks he can come in and flip this one overnight. It'll take years.
Should Pritzker and Johnson, these guys, be arrested? What's the solution?
The solution is probably that some of them should be indicted for misappropriation of funds, giving all that money to the illegals when they got people, homeless whites, homeless black, Hispanic, right here, born here in America, to be proud to be an American, and they other people get in front of them. Yes, maybe several of them should be arrested.